I got the mic now. All right, guys. As soon as he gets up on the driver's stand, we'll get this show going. All right, guys. Let's slow him up. Let's bring him on up here. Huh? Yeah, in novice, it's rung what you brung. All right, ready to rock. All right, turn marshals are ready, and my drivers are ready. All right, race number 1 out of 5, Saturday racing here, round number 1. Scott Yellen, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Crayer. And Joel. And we're off in round number 1, the first round of qualifying. If anybody's here new, this is our beginner class, and it's rung what you brung. Run what you brung. And also, they have 2 rounds of qualifying. They race against the clock, not each other. And then we have our mains. And in the mains, they race against each other. They all will go at the same time in our mains. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute down, 3 minutes to go. And Crayer right now in the lead on a 11-lap 4:05 pace. Scott Yellen in second on a 10-lap 4:03 pace. And Joel in third on a 7-lap 4:09 pace. And Yellen, Scott Yellen right now in second, only a few seconds back off the leader, trying to get into that TQ slot. Remember, guys, Thursday night, Thanksgiving, we are closed, but we will be racing Wednesday, the Thanksgiving race. And the day before Thanksgiving, we'll be racing. And then next Saturday, we also are going to have, you heard, we got 2 down, 2 to go. Also, next Saturday, another money race, $50 for independent stock buggy and also regular pro stock buggy. So 2 classes, $50 for the winner, each class. Next Saturday. $1:30 to go. It's Crayer right now in the lead on a 10-lap 4:05 pace. Scott Yellen in second on a 10-lap 4:05 pace. And there it is. Scott Yellen now up into the lead with that 21-7 lap. Crayer down in second. Joel in third. Up next will be Modified Buggy, Mike McFarland, Ryan Harris, Mason McCombs, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Steven Frew. Less than 1 to go. Crayer right now in second, only 1 second back off the leader, Scott Yellen. There's Joel in that short course. And Scott Yellen down in second. Crayer now back up into the lead. Crayer, I think, is the one with the stadium truck. Oh, and you have an accident right there on the double. 20 seconds to go. Yep, Crayer right there in that buggy. He is your leader. 10 seconds. Remember, drivers, when you're done, I need that transponder back. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Crayer, you're done. Scott, you're done. And Joel, you're done. Everybody's done. Crayer taking the victory and setting early TQ and novice with 10 laps in 4:04. Scott Yellen coming in second with 10 laps in 4:10. And Joel coming in third with 8 laps in 4:08. That is it for race number 1. Also, guys, I'm going to need a volunteer turn marshal for this race. Thank you, Hannah. Turn marshal. Hey, Vince. My turn marshal should be Scott Yellen. He's out there. Crayer, he's out there. Joel, where's Joel? Hey, Dakota, can you check in? There we go. Thank you. Brian Miller, check in. There we go. And Steven. All right, we got everybody checked in. There we go. We're ready to rock. Let's bring them on up, guys. There's Mason. All right, race number 2 out of 5. This will be modified buggy. Mike McFarland, who just got out of Facebook jail. He is safe. He will be going on the horn in less than 5. Ryan Harris, Mason McCombs, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, Stephen Frew, I'm sorry. There we go. We're off. Modified buggy. Oh, we got caution down the back straight. And some put it down, just put it down, turn it upside down. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down and 4 to go. And right now it's Ryan Harris in the lead on an 18-lap 5:08 pace. Mason McCombs is out. Mike McFarland will be moving up into the second spot. He currently right now is on a 15-lap, 5:15 pace. Brian Miller will be in that. And now Brian Miller moves up in the second. Mike McFarland down in the third. Brian Miller right now on a 15-lap, 5:13 pace. And Ryan Harris in the lead. Mike McFarland took the second spot right back. And Brian Miller down in the third. Stephen Frew in the fourth spot. And Dakota Giles in fifth. 3:20 to go in this race. We have one caught right here. We have one caught on the pipe. And it looks like that's Ryan. He is... Right now we got 2 down, less than 3 to go. Mike McFarland now up into the lead. $2:30 to go in this race. 2:30 to go. It is Mike McFarland. Ryan Harris will be out, so that will move up Brian Miller into second. Mike McFarland last lap with a 17.4. And right now we got less than 2 to go. Less than 2 to go. Up next will be Stock Truck. Thomas Andre, Donnie Martin, Eddie Oval, Brian Miller, and Vince McMahon. And Stephen Frew now up into that third spot. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. It's less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. It's still Mike McFarland, Brian Miller in second, Stephen Frew in third, and Dakota Giles in fourth. That is the running order. Mike McFarland on a 17-lap, 5:16 pace. Brian on a 14-lap, 5:20 pace. And Stephen Frew on a 13-lap, 5:13 pace. That is our top three. 30 seconds to go. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Keep going. Mike McFarland, you're done. Dakota Giles, you're done. Stephen Frew, you're done. Brian, everybody is done. Mike McFarland taking victory. Set an early TQ with 17 laps and 5:12. Brian Miller coming in second with 14 laps and 5:20. And Stephen Frew coming in third, 13 laps and 5:17. That is it for race number 2. Right now we're in race number 3 out of 5. This will be the money race. right, my turn marshals should be coming on out here. Turn marshals from that last race. Hey, Donnie, can you check in? That's you, Donnie. Thank you. Brian Miller, check in. Okay. So he's a modified, huh? All right, I'm going to have to start calling turn marshals out by name. Let's see. Mason's out there. Steven's out there. Okay. All right, that's Brian Miller right there. There we go. We're checked in. What do you mean? Well, I was a little bit faster on the modified because there was okay. All right, guys. Stock truck. All right, guys, or we'll just call it stadium truck. Race number 3 out of 5. Thomas Andre, you will be going on the horn in less than 5. Donnie. Eddie. I gotta go fast. Brian. Vince. And we're off in stadium truck. Remember, guys, Snack Shack is open today. Miss Heidi is down there. Please be generous. She does work on tips and tips only. Hobby Shop is open, guys. Mike's in there. And right now we're coming up on that 1 down, and we got 4 to go. It is Donnie Martin right now in the lead on a 17-lap, 5:11 pace. Eddie Opel now up in the Eddie's now in the lead with that 18.7 lap last lap round. He's currently right now on a 16-lap, 5:01 pace. Vince in second on a 16-lap, 5:08 pace. And Donnie Martin now moved up into the second spot. Vince McMahon down in the third. Thomas Andre in fourth. And Brian Miller in fifth. There is Vince in the checkerboard. And it looks like Thomas Andre is out. Eddie Opel, your leader right there in the yellow stadium truck. He is currently your leader. Donnie Martin, though, last lap with an 18.2. So did Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon now moves back up into the second spot with that 18.2. But Donnie Martin right there in the green and yellow and white stadium truck. He is currently right now in second. We got 2:45 to go on the clock. Eddie Opel with an 18.1 last lap. Right now he currently is on a 17-lap, 5:17 pace, so he is hooked. He is in that all-yellow stadium truck right there going to Vince McMahon in the third spot. He is currently right now 1/10 of a second back behind Donnie Martin. And Vince right now up in the second. Brian Miller in that fourth spot. He's in that black and orange stadium truck. He currently right now is on a 14-lap, 5:17 pace. And Vince McMahon in second. Now Vince only 3 seconds back off the leader behind Eddie. And we got less than 2 to go. Up next will be race number 4. That will be Stock Buggy, Mike McFarland, Ryan Harris, and Vince McMahon. $1:30 to go on the clock. 1:30 to go. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. We're at the 1 minute mark. And Vince McMahon now up into the lead. Eddie Opel down in the second. Vince McMahon that last lap with an 18.2. And he does have the fastest lap in this race in lap number 10 with an 18 flat. Eddie Opel, though, only 2 seconds back off of the leader behind Vince. $15 seconds. Eddie Opel right now only 1 second back off the leader behind Vince. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Let's see what happens this last lap. There, Eddie Opel only 1 second back off the leader. Donnie, you're done. Eddie, you're done. Vince, you're done. And just waiting for Brian Miller. Track is hot. And Brian Miller, you're done. Vince McMahon takes the victory. It sets early TQ with 16 laps in 5:01. Eddie Opel coming in second with 16 laps in 5:06. And Donnie Martin coming in third with 16 laps and 5:08. You guys are running back to back. Trust me, we'll give you Ty's time. Okay, well, we're on it. Mason McCombs, track director, wants to let everybody know that we will be showing the worlds in between the rounds. Also, guys, we want to congratulate Mike McFarland for getting out of Facebook jail. He was locked up for a day or two. Hard time. They wouldn't let him, even Messenger, they shut him down. Doing a little cyber bullying. Picking on the SJWs. All right, just waiting for Vince to check in. I know you're running back to back, so hurry up. Mister, I got $11. couldn't just make it easy and say, hey, can I give you 10 now? And then, here's 11. Oh, his fee's going up next week. All right, we're all checked in, ready to rock. I need, let's see, turn marshals. Let's see, need one over here by this driver stand right here. Hey, buddy, can you get right there by the driver stand? All right. There we good. There we go. All right, thank you. All right, stock buggy. Race number 4 to 5. Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Ryan Harris, Vince McMahon, and we're off in stock buggy, pro stock. Remember, guys, Wednesday we're racing, Thursday we're closed. Also, next Saturday is also another money race, independent stock buggy and pro stock. $50 to the winner at each class. Also, guys, remember the Snack Shack is open. Please take care of Miss Heidi. We got one down, less than four to go. Mike McFarland last lap with a 17.3. Currently, right now, Mike McFarland's on an 18 lap, 5:13 pace. Ryan Harris in second on a 17 lap, 5:04 pace. And Vince in third on a 17 lap, 5:05 pace. But Vince now moved up into second. Ryan Harris now into third. 3:30 to go. Ryan Harris with a 17.3 last lap, but Mike answered that with a 17.2. And we got 2 down, less than 3. Caution going into the back straight. And we're clear. Mike McFarland, new fast lap with a 17.1. So Mike's hooked out there. And that was him upside down in the middle strip, the middle straight, but he's clear. He's having withdrawals from Facebook. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark, guys. 2 minutes to go. Up next will be our last race of the first round. Independent stock buggy. Thomas Andre, Donnie Martin, Eddie Opel, Hannah, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Earl. New fast lap for Mike McFarland, a 17 flat in lap 10. He currently right now is on an 18 lap pace. Ryan on a 16 and Vince on a 16. Vince McMahon in that third spot. He currently right now is 10 seconds back off the second behind Ryan. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark. Mike last lap 17-4. Ryan Harris last lap 17-2. And Vince last lap with a 17-8. 20 seconds. Ryan Harris 16-9 last lap. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Oh, and Vince. Ryan, you're done. Mike, you're done. And Vince, you're done. Mike McFarland taking the win in early TQ with 18 laps and 5:16. Ryan Harris coming in second, 17 laps and 5:09. And Vince, 16 laps and 5:09. Also, guys, I'm going to need a couple volunteer turn marshals for this race, please. I need one more turn marshal. One more turn marshal. Mason. All the way down the end. Thank you, buddy. I will. Donnie, can you check in real quick? Thank you, Donnie. Dakota, can you check in? Dakota Childs. Was that you, Dakota, that crossed that line? You weren't. You're not counting. Brian Miller, check in real quick. All right, Brian there. There we go. Got Brian. Let's see if it's plugged in the right direction. Give a 1 minute grace. Just you're out this round? Okay. All right, so he's out this round. All right. All right, independent stock buggy, race number 5 of the 5. Last race of the first round. Thomas Andre, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Donnie Martin. Eddie Opal. Hannah. Brian Miller. And Earl. And we're off. Independent stock buggy. One down and less than 4 to go. Right now it's Eddie Opal in that yellow buggy is your leader right now on a 17-lap 5:06 pace. In that green buggy will be Thomas Andre. He's currently right now down in the third. Donnie Martin now moved up in the second. Thomas Andre in that third spot. Donnie Martin in second right now on a 17-lap 5:14 pace. But Thomas Andre took it right back. Right now, Thomas Andre on a 17-lap 5:17 pace. Donnie Martin right now. And they were about 4 wide in that going into that turn. Oh, and it looked like Thomas Andre smacked the wall. And right now we're coming up on that 3-minute mark, and that's your leader upside down. Less than 3 to go. It's still Eddie Opal, Thomas Andre. Now Donnie Martin in second, Thomas Andre in third, Earl in fourth, Brian Miller in fifth, and Hannah in sixth. Who's this? That's and we got a caution going in the back straight, and we're clear. And I think this is... And Earl now moves up into the fourth spot. Brian Miller down in the fifth. And right now, Thomas Andre in the lead. Eddie Opal moves down in the second. Donnie Martin in third. Earl in fourth. Brian in fifth. And Hannah in sixth. And we got less than 2 to go. Thomas Andre, 19.8 last lap. Eddie Opal with that 17.7 lap, that last lap, took the lead right back. And currently right now, Eddie on a 16-lap pace. Thomas on a 15. Donnie on a 15. Earl on a 15. Earl, your last lap was an 18.5. And right now, your battle between first and second, between Eddie Opal and Thomas Andre. Thomas Andre had the lead there for a brief second, but Eddie Opal took it right back. And Earl right now only a few seconds back off of third behind Donnie. There's Earl right there in that green and buggy going down the back straight. Less than 1 to go. And Thomas Andre down in the third. Donnie Martin now moves up in the second. There's Thomas Andre in the all green buggy and took second right back. There's your leader, Eddie Opal, in that yellow. 30 seconds to go. That is your second place driver right there with the green and white with the flames. That is Donnie Martin. I think he has flames. 5 seconds. No, it's no flames. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Keep going. Earl now into second with that last lap. Thomas, you're done. And now Thomas and Eddie, you're done. Thomas is real quick holding on to that second spot. Earl had it. Donnie, you're done. Let's see what happens. Hannah, you're done. And everybody's done. Eddie Opal taking the victory, setting early TQ with 16 laps in 5:09. And at the last second, Thomas Andre comes in second with 16 laps in 5:13. And Earl taking third with 16 laps in 5:14, followed by Donnie, Brian, and Hannah. All right, that is it for round number 1. Okay, we're at 2:15. We'll be going into round number 2, so that will be 25 minutes. Track is open for practice. Remember, go see Miss Heidi while we're in intermissions. And please take care of her. She does work on tips and tips only. All right, guys, as soon as Mason's done blowing the track off, we'll be going in round number 2. Race 1, Novice. Crayer Zimmering, Scott Yellen, and Joel Segura. All right, my turn marshals should be drivers from race number 5, Thomas Andre, Donnie Martin, Eddie Opel, Hannah, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, Earl. All right, guys, sorry that mic was off. All right, guys, ready to rock and roll here. Race number 1 out of 5, round number 2. The time to beat is 10 laps in 4:04, set by Crayer Zimmering. That will be the time to beat. Crayer, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Scott, Joel, and it looks like somebody is out. And I believe that is Scott. So right now we're down to 2 unless he can get the car fixed. And right now we're at 1 down, less than 3 to go. It's Crayer right now in the lead on a 10-lap 4:14 pace. Joel right now currently in the second spot on an 8-lap 4:02 pace. Crayer in that buggy. And Crayer right now, that last lap with a 19.7 is ahead of the TQ. And Joel in that short course. He's trying to get it tuned in. He just purchased it. 2:30 to go. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. Up next will be race number 2, Modified Buggy. Mike McFarland, Ryan Harris, Mason McCombs, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Stephen Frew. You guys are up next. And right now we're at that 1-minute mark. Crayer last lap with a 22.6. And Joel last lap 27.1. He is now currently on a 9-lap pace, so he is getting faster out there. And we have one upside down in the middle straight. $30 seconds. Remember, up next will be Modified Buggy. You guys are up in 15 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Joel, you're done. Crayer, you're done. Everybody's done. Crayer taking the victory. It's set new TQ with 11 laps and 4:15. Joel coming in second with 8 laps and 4:06. All right, all my drivers are checked in. Turn marshals, let's see, got them out there. Let's see, we got Joel out there. We got Scott out there. Or I'm sorry, Crayer's out there. Earl, you're helping out? All right, cool. Thanks, man. And just waiting for Scott Yellen. There we go. All right, as soon as Mason pulls the knot up over here, we're ready to rock. Race number 2 out of 5. This will be modified buggy. Remember, the time to beat is 17 laps and 5:12 set by Mike McFarland in the last round. All right, Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Brian, Steven, Dakota, Ryan, Mason. And we're off race number 2 out of 5. Ryan Harris last lap with a 17-2 and currently right now is in second. And we have a caution coming up over the jump but in front of the driver's stand. And there it is, Ryan Harris with 1 down and 4 to go. Ryan Harris in the lead. Last lap, 16-7. He is currently right now on an 18-lap, 5:10 pace. Mike McFarland in the second spot, currently on a 17-lap, 5:01 pace. And Mason McCombs in third on a 16-lap, 5:13 pace. Stephen Frew in fourth. Now down in the fifth, and Brian Miller in fourth. And I guess Dakota is out. And we got one. We got one right here in the pipe. And that is Mike McFarland. I want one. Two. I'll take 2. And right now it is 2 down, less than 3 to go. Ryan Harris right now in the lead and also ahead of the TQ by 1 lap. Mike McFarland in second, now in third. Mason McCombs now moves up into second spot. But Mike McFarland took it right back. 2:40 to go in this race. Ryan Harris on an 18. Ryan Harris last lap, 16.6. And there's Ryan Harris right there in the red and orange buggy passing me right now. Going down the back straight, that is your leader. There's Mason McCombs currently right now in the third spot in the white and red. And in your second spot right there in the orange multicolor, that is Mike McFarland going down the back straight now. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. Mason McCombs last lap with a 16.8. Ryan Harris right now hooked out there. Up next will be race 3, stock truck. Or we're just going to call it stadium truck today. Vince, you can only get half the time because you only paid half. The $11 man. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. And we're at that 1 minute mark. Ryan Harris, new fast lap, last lap around, 16.4. Looks like that four-wheel drive is hooked today on these guns, two-wheel drives. Ten seconds. Mike McFarland in third. He's only 3 seconds back off a second behind Mason. 5 seconds. Mike McFarland, 17-1 last lap. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you're done. Keep going. Ryan Harris, you're done. Mike, you're done. Mason, you're done. Steven, you're done. And here comes Brian. Everybody's done. Ryan Harris takes the victory, sets new TQ, 18 laps in 5:09. Mason McCombs comes in second with 17 laps in 5:10. And Mike McFarland third with 17 laps in 5:17. Okay, you want me to know? All right. All right, guys. Announcement in this stadium truck class. If you can beat the TQ of 16 laps in 5:01, you get $10. The person who takes the victory in this race, and if you set new TQ, not everybody, just the top qualifier in this race. If you can beat 16 laps in 5:01, you get $10. Whatever, I'm done. You announce it. $10 for the new TQ. All right, it's Brian Miller coming, checking in. All right, so let me refresh this. If you can beat the TQ of 16 laps in 5:01 and take first, you get $10. And then we're going to put the complaint box over here. Just waiting for Brian Miller to check in. And turn marshals, where are you guys at? Let's see, I'm waiting for, let's see, Mason's down there, Steven's down there, Ryan's out here waiting for Dakota Giles. Brian's running back to back. Mike McFarland. I need one more turn marshal. That cone right there. Thank you, buddy. All right. Let's see if you can get $10 if you can beat the TQ and take the first. Okay. Vince McMahon, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Eddie, Donnie, Brian, Thomas. And we're off. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you guys... Oh, look at that. Eddie Opal right away takes the lead. Oh, no. Donnie Martin just took it right. Took it. Vince needs that $10 because he owes. Oh. And right now we're coming up on that one down. There it is, one down and less than 4 to go. Donnie Martin right now in the lead on a 17-lap, 5:17 pace, and he is ahead of TQ right now currently by 1 lap. Eddie Opal in second. Eddie Opal, though, right behind him. Vince McMahon in third. Thomas Andre in fourth. And Brian Miller in fifth. 3:35 to go in this race. So Donnie Martin and Eddie Opal right now battling it out. And there it is. Eddie Opal now up into the lead. Donnie Martin in second. No one right now. Everybody is out of the TQ. So no one is ahead of the original TQ. Currently right now, Eddie on a 16-lap, 5:02 pace. 1 second behind it. Less than 3 to go. Donnie Martin right now in second on a 16-lap, 5:06 pace. Donnie right now 4 seconds back off the leader. Thomas Andre in third on a 16-lap, 5:16 pace. Vince McMahon in fourth on a 15-lap, 5:10 pace. And Brian Miller in fifth on a 14-lap, 5:10 pace. And Donnie Martin now just took the lead. Eddie Opal with that went into second with that 22 flat. Come on, guys. There's $10 in this race. Eddie Opal took the lead right back. Last lap for Eddie, 18-4. Thomas Andre moves up in the second. Donnie Martin down in the third. And there's Thomas Andre right there in that green stadium truck. And there's Brian Miller in the black and orange. And there's your leader right there in the all yellow. That's Eddie Opal from Tampa. He is right now. And there's Vince McMahon in fourth in the red and checkerboard. And then there's Donnie Martin right there in the green and white stadium truck. Vince McMahon in fourth right now, 4 seconds back off of third behind Donnie. And Thomas Andre in second, 4 seconds back off of first behind Eddie. So there is a battles everywhere. 1:15 to go. Eddie only right now is 4 seconds back off the TQ. Caution going down the back. There we're clear. And we got less than 1 to go. Less than 1 to go. Eddie right now only 2 seconds back off the TQ. 18-2 last lap for Eddie. Donnie, though, 17-9. Out there, Brian Miller. Yeah, you did? All right, my driver's out here. I need one more turn marshal. Let's see. Brian Miller. There you go. There he comes. On the other side of the driver's stand, buddy. All right. All right, guys, let's pull them on up. All right, guys, time to beat is 18 laps and 5/16 set by Mike McFarland. This is race number 4 out of 5 in round number 2. And Mike McFarland, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Ryan, Vince, and we're off. Race round number 2, race number 4. Currently, right now, Mike is your top qualifier with 18 laps and 5/16, so that will be the time to beat, and he is already ahead of that in the first lap. Remember, guys, also we have concessions open. Miss Heidi's down there. Please take care of her. She does work on tips. Also, Hobby Shop is open. Remember, guys, Thursday we're closed. Wednesday we'll be racing Wednesday night. 1 down, less than 4 to go. It is Mike McFarland in the lead. And right now he's 2 seconds ahead of his original TQ. 18 laps and 5:14, now 5:13, so now he's 3 seconds with that 17.2 last lap. Vince McMahon in the second spot on a 17-lap 5:04 pace, and Ryan Harris in third on a 17-lap 5:07 pace. $3:30 to go. Also, next Saturday will be another money weekend. $50 for independent stock buggy and $50 to the winner on pro stock buggy. And right now we're coming up on that 2 down, 3 to go, and there it is, 3 minutes to go. Ryan Harris now moves up in the second. Vince down in the third. Mike McFarland still ahead of his original TQ by 4 seconds. Both Ryan and Vince are both on a 17-lap pace. Vince in third, and he's only 3 seconds back off a second behind Ryan. Fastest lap in this race is set by Mike McFarland in lap 6 with a 17.1. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark. Up next will be race number 5. Last race of the second round. Thomas Andre, Donnie Martin, Eddie Opel, Hannah, Dakota Giles, Brian Miller, and Earl. Independent stock buggy. Look at those cat-like reflexes from Eddie. He saw it, the vision. The car was coming towards it. And right now we're at that 1-minute mark. It's still Mike, Ryan, and Vince. And Mike's still 2 seconds ahead of the TQ set by Mike. in round number 1. .25 seconds. Ryan Harris last lap, 17-1. But Mike McFarland, 17 flat. That's in lap number 12. That is the fastest lap in this race, set by Mike McFarland. And he followed with another 17 flat. 3 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Ryan, Mike, you're done. And Vince, you're done. At the last second, Ryan Harris takes it 17 laps in 5:01. Mike McFarland comes in second with 17 laps in 5:03, and Vince 16 laps in 5:03. Stock buggy, Mike McFarland still holds the TQ from round number 1. Just by that much. You saw the time? It's out there. It should be out there. You need to see it. You need to see it. It's... Huh? I'm telling you. We used to run those motors with modifieds all the time. Better traction. It's just a different, you know. I mean, unless you're racing against, like, you know, Mayfield and them, you know, I mean, you know. Gonna need a couple. I need a volunteer turn marshal. Let's see. We got Vince, Ryan, and I need one volunteer, please. One volunteer. All right, thank you, buddy. And I need just Dakota Giles to check in. There we go. Thank you, Dakota. All right, we got our turn marshals out here. Let's get them all gridded up. All right, last race of round number 2. All right. I just need somebody on the other end of that driver's stand. Yeah, okay. All right. Time to beat is 16 laps in 5:09, set by Eddie Opel in round number 1, so that will be the time to beat. All right. All right, let's see. Let's get it going. Eddie Opel, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Thomas Andre. Earl. Donnie. Brian. Hannah. Dakota. And we're off. Race number 5, independent stock buggy. And right now, top 4 ahead of the original TQ. And currently right now, your leader is Eddie Opel. Currently right now on a 17-lap, 5:05 pace. 1 down, less than 4 to go. Thomas Andre in second on a 17-lap, 5:16 pace. Thomas right now, 11 seconds off of second. Earl in third on a 16-lap 5:03 pace, and Donnie Martin in fourth on a 16-lap 5:06 pace. Brian Miller in fifth, Dakota in sixth, and Hannah in seventh. 3:30 to go. Last lap for Eddie Opel, 17.5. And there's Dakota upside down. Fastest lap in this race so far is 17.5 by Eddie Opel. Oh, that's going to hurt him a little bit. And 2 down, less than 3 to go. 2 down, less than 3 to go. Mike McFarland got nailed by the leader. We have one here in the pipe right here. Is Eddie out? Wow. All right. We'll see what happens. Last lap for Thomas Andre, 17.3, and he is right now in the lead and currently head of the TQ. Earl in second. Earl, whoa, I heard that. Earl right now only 3 seconds back off of the lead behind Thomas Andre. Both of them are right now ahead of the TQ. Donnie Martin in third on a 16-lap 5:15 pace, and we're at that 2-minute mark. Brian Miller will move up in the fifth. Hannah will move up in the fifth. I'm sorry, Brian will move up in the fourth. Hannah will move up in the fifth, and Dakota will move up into sixth. Eddie Opel is out. Right now it's Thomas Andre and Earl battling out, trying to get the lead. And Thomas Andre in the all-green buggy. And there's Earl right there going down the back straight. And Earl right now only 4 seconds back off the leader. Both Thomas and Earl are ahead of the TQ. Thomas with a 17.8 last lap. And let's see what Earl, 18.3 for Earl last lap. And right now we got 1 minute to go. And there's your leader, and they're all green going down the back straight, and Earl. And Earl right now in the lead with that 17.6. And he's ahead of the TQ. Looks like Dakota has to pull it off. And there's your leader right there in the green and white going down that back straight with that pink antenna. Oh, and he got nailed, but he got clear. 25 seconds. Thomas only 1 second back off the leader. And there it looked good by Hannah right there. And Earl still in the lead. Thomas right now 1 second back with 10 seconds to go. Both of them are ahead of the TQ. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Thomas, you're done. Thomas, you're done. Keep going. And there's Donnie right there. Donnie, you're done. Oh, and that was the leader. That might hurt him there. Earl, you're done. And everybody's done. Earl taking the victory and setting new TQ with 17 laps and 5:21. Thomas Andre coming in second with 16 laps and 5:02. Donnie Martin coming in third, 16 laps, 5:11, followed by Brian Miller and Hannah. All right, that's it for round number 2. The mains will start at 3:20. Track is open for practice. Member, go see Miss Heidi. Oh, I gotta tell her. I'm going to do the heat sheets right now, or the mains. right, guys, we're going into the mains. As soon as Mason blows off the track. Oh. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. Mason is done blowing the track. Crayer, yeah, Scott, and Joel, you guys pull them on up. Turn marshals from race number 5, Earl, Thomas, Eddie, Donnie, Brian, Hannah, Dakota. Need 4 of you guys from race number 4, or race number 5 out here. We just left Coco. All right, we need one more turn marshal. My drivers are now out here. All right, guys, let's get him gridded up. All right, in that first spot, all the way down the back straight, with a qualifying time of 11 laps and 4:15 in round number 2, Crayer Zimmering. In that second spot is going to be Scott Yellen. In the third spot, it's going to be Joel. All right, we're ready to rock. Race number 1 in our mains. Novice. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. And there's Crayer in that buggy. Oh, it's Joel jumps up into the... Oh, and he... And Scott Yellen in that stadium truck right now in the lead. Crayer in the buggy. He's in second. And Joel in the short course. He's in the third spot. And Crayer right now right behind Scott Yellen. There they go down the back straight. And it looks like they're tangled up. And it looks like with 1 down, less than 3 to go. Crayer right now in the lead. Oh, and he got caught in the pipe. And there they go down in the straight. the back straight. So right there's a battle between first and second. Oh, and Scott Yellen, his back end just kind of went out from 2:20 to go. And Scott Yellen now up into the lead. And there he is in that stadium truck, Scott Yellen. And Crayer Zimmering in that buggy. Oh, man. 2 minutes to go. And right now, Scott Yellen has a pretty good advantage. Up next will be Modified Buggy, Ryan Harris, Mason McCombs, Mike McFarland, Brian Miller, Stephen Frew, and Dakota Giles. You guys are up next. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. And there's your leader upside down in the middle. And he is now clear. Your leader right there in the stadium truck. Can Crayer catch him with 30 seconds to go? Oh. $15 seconds. Five seconds. Race is over, and there he is, Scott Yellen taking the victory. And there he is, Crayer Zimmering, the TQ man, coming in second. And Joel, once he crosses with the new short course, he'll be finishing this race third. And there it is. Joel, you're done. Scott Yellen taking the victory. Crayer coming in second, and Joel coming in third. Remember, guys, stay for after the races because we'll be doing the awards. All right, I'm going to sign off here for for a couple races.
All right, guys, 2 minutes on the clock. Looking for Ryan Harris to check in. Everybody else is checked in. I need all my drivers from the last race. If you had a transponder, let me see it back here. I'm missing one. So bring it back to me. I need all my drivers from race number 1 on the track. Be Crayer, Scott, Julia, and who I need a volunteer also. Okay, guys, everybody's checked in. Finish the lap you're on. Finish the lap you're on. Thank you. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate the help. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is modified buggy taking a TQ time at 18:509. Ryan Harris bringing up the number 1 spot. Behind him in number 2 spot, racing Mason McComb. And the 3, the man off the hit list from Facebook, Mike McFarland. Mr. Brian Miller is going to bring it up in number 4. Stephen Frew into number 5, and Dakota Giles in the number 6 spot. All right, guys, this is a full 6-minute race. This time, everybody's going to go on the horn. Thumbs up. Mike's done. Stinking the place up. All right, guys, here we go. Everybody on the horn, less than 5. And Ryan has been dominating all day in that 4-wheel drive buggy. He's got Mason in the red and white. Behind him, Mike right there in the 3. Here they come over the final jump here in the roller. Mason touching the bumper, and here they go down the back. 1, 2, and 3. Mason trying to reel in Ryan Harris. That has been the story today. Mason, Mason, whatever his name is, racing Mason, running right with them. Here they come over the top. Ryan trying to fight him off, and Mike McFarland right there. New fast laps across the board, 17.3 on all 3 of those guys. Right now, they're going to be coming up on lap traffic real quick. Ryan Harris in a 4-wheel drive buggy. Here he is in the red and orange. Mason, red and white. Mikey in the orange and silver, and then they go up the back. Now Ryan starting to pull apart a little bit here with a 17 flat. Coming over the first set of doubles. Here they go. Mason still holding on. They're now coming up. 1 down, 5 to go. Coming up on lap traffic. Next 2 cars. They got the leaders coming through there. He does get through. He's trying to get through. Not through yet. And there he is. They move out of the way. Thank you very much. And we have a car upside down. Here we go. It is still Ryan Harris. Mike McFarland now up into that number 2 spot. Here comes your leader right here in front of the driver's stand. Mason's going to take that number 2 spot away from Mikey. Steven now up into the number 4 spot, followed by Brian and Dakota. So right now it's Ryan, Mason, and Mike. New fast lap by Dakota, 20.3 on lap number 4. And your leader coming through, 16.8. There it is, Ryan Harris into the 16-second club. I don't know if that's the first one today, but he just pulled it through. And here he is now coming through the center of the track. That's your leader, orange and red. He just skied that big jump, and here he comes. The guys move out of his way. Thank you very much, your leader coming through, shooting down the back. And there it is, 2 down, 4 to go. Ryan Harris owning them right now on a 22.616. Mason coming through, but rolls it up in the corner. Turn marshal, he helps himself. And Mason right now all on the lead lap. Mike McFarland, 16.8 on lap number 7, laying out a fast lap. Here comes Mikey now coming through. Mason now right behind him. Mikey now up into the number 2 spot. It is less than 2 seconds between the 2 of them. And your leader now coming through. And he's got a huge lead right now, 8 seconds over Mike and Mason. Brian now taking that number 4 spot, followed by Steven and Dakota in number 6. Coming up to the halfway point, Mason, 16.9. Top 3 guys all running 16-second laps. Ryan with a 16.7. That is a new fast lap of the round. Nice and easy, guys. There you go. And now leaders now coming through and down the middle of the drive. And there it is, 3 down, 3 to go, halfway point. And here is your leader, Ryan Harris. Mason trying to come through, but Mikey upside down. Mike is getting up there, just waiting, giving Mason a chance, and turn marshal finally gets some. Wow, that was a long one. And Mason moves up into the 2. I think something happened that time. Mike, you lost a lap that time. We're going to add it to you. Right now it is Mikey ahead of Mason. Oh, there he is up there again. This is killing him time-wise. Mason is going to take over the 2 spot. So right now it is Ryan, Mason, Mike, Brian, Steven, and Dakota coming up to the 2-minute warning. Next race up, the money race, Stadium Truck, and there it is, 4 down, 2 to go. Your leader, Ryan Harris, right now dropped down to a 21.602. Mason on a 20.609. Mikey on a 19.608. Followed by Brian, Steven, and Dakota. 1:45 on the clock. That's a killer up there, guys. Traction rolling that corner up here. This track has got unbelievable traction on it. Sometimes it's a bit much. Still waiting. It's still Ryan, Mason, and Mikey. Your leader coming through right here. Just touches the pipe. 17 flat. Steven right now, new pass lap, 20.4 on lap 11, new pass lap. Coming up to the 1 minute mark right now. Your leader now in the center of the track, coming over his last jump. Here he is here, coming across. Ryan Harris coming to Ocala, owning them. Right now, Mikey and Mason battling out there. There it is, yellow's on, 1 to go. It is Ryan, Mike. It looks like Mason's still showing on the computer, but that may be a mistake on the computer. Mikey's in that number 2 spot. 16.6 by Ryan, another new pass lap. 16.645. Ryan is not slowing down. He's getting faster. 40 seconds to go. The money race coming up after this epic race going on here. You're seeing Ryan Harris right now. Was on a 22. Now he's on a 21 lap pace. Another crash up in the corner. Mikey, that's killing you up there. 20 seconds to go. Leader coming through his final here. Going to be 15 seconds to go. Should be your last lap. 9 seconds. Here comes the chase group. Race over. When you cross, you're going to be done. Ryan, you're done. Mason, you're done. Brian, Mikey, you're done. Brian, you're done. Dakota, you're done. And waiting for Steven, you are done. Ryan, taking it from TQ to win, 21.602. Mason, 21.603. And Mikey, 19.614. Mikey, I'm going to add you a lap on that because I think it shorted you a lap. Giving you 20. It'll be 20 and 6:14. Good race, guys. All right, next race up. Come on up is the money race. Drivers from all over the United States and British Columbia coming in for this race here. I have the stack of $50 sitting right here. The reason why I'm giving you guys the singles will have stripper money. Want to welcome all our viewers on YouTube Live. Looking for Brian and Eddie to check in when they get a chance. No big deal. Got plenty of time. 2:30 on the clock. Track still open for practice, guys. Still practicing. If you're not going to practice, pull your car off to the side. Probably up at River Rat. They're running the Force race. Force. Get it off your head, okay? All right, guys, let me call you out. It should be out there. It should be Ryan Harris, Mason, Mikey, Brian, Steven, and Dakota should be out on the track, guys. You have plenty of turn marshal. Waiting for Brian Miller to check in if he's going to make it. You got a minute to go, Brian. If you need extra time, let me know. We'll give you a minute's grace. Take your time. Take your time. This is the race you've all been waiting for. Guys, pull your cars up to the side. Track is still hot. They're running hot laps still. Pull your car up. This is the final hot lap, guys. When you're done, pull it on up over here. We'll grid you up. Still need a turn marshal over there by the first set of jumps. Track is closed. Track is closed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the $50 to win race. It has been fantastic racing. Now you're going to race for the bucks. In the TQ spot, 16,501, racing Vince McMahon. Behind him in the yellow, Eddie Opel. In the number 3 green car, Donnie Martin. Thomas going to be pulling up into that 4. Also in the green car in the number 4 spot. And Brian Miller in the orange will be in the number 5. Guys, this is a 6-minute race. Let's try to keep it clean. All right, drivers are ready. Terminals ready. Here we go. This is for the $50. Everybody on the horn, less than 5. Here we go. Stadium truck on the track. Look at that. Opel goes ahead of Vince real quick, jumps over him. And here he comes in that yellow truck. Vince in number 2. Thomas now moving up into that 3 spot, and here they come through. With Donnie in the 4, Brian in the 5, and Eddie right now in that yellow truck. And it is a close race. Eddie coming through there, and looks like it's going to be Donnie now moving up into that 2 spot. And there they go. Eddie Opel right now in the yellow. And they're going to lose a bunch of spots. Oh, and they get caught up. Looks like Thomas Andre now to the 2. Brian to the 3. Donnie and Vince. So right now it is Eddie by himself with no one. Oh, he goes off the line right there. And here he is, no problem. Thomas trying to reel him in. Then you got Brian in that orange car coming through. Followed by Donnie in the 4. And there he goes. Vince going to take over that number 4. And he loses it back again. He's going to move to the 5. Your leader in the yellow is Eddie Opel coming through. Over the jump there. Thomas now catches him. He's right behind him. This is for the lead. Here comes Eddie going through, and Thomas right there behind him. And now you got Brian Miller in the hunt for the number 3 spot. Vince going to be moving up to the 4, and he rolls it. It's going to let Donnie now take over that 4 spot. In the middle of your track now, coming over your big jump is going to be Eddie and Thomas, 1 and 2. Brian having problems in the middle. He gets it back on, and there they go down the back straight away. In the yellow car is your leader, Eddie, with Thomas Andre all over the back of him. And there they go. Over in front of the driver's stand, 1 and 2, coming up on lap traffic. Move for move. Eddie's got it going on with Thomas on his heel. There they go down the back straight away. See if Thomas wants to tuck it in. Eddie is right there, bumper to bumper. They're coming over the big jump. Oh, and Thomas crashes. Turn marshal. That let Eddie go by himself. 2 down, 4 to go, guys. Plenty of racing. Thomas still in that number 2 spot. And here he comes. It's going to look like Vince going to be moving up into that number 3 spot, trying to work his way through. He stays in the number 5 spot. It is still Eddie, Thomas, Brian, Donnie, and Vince. Your leader right here in that low-C truck, pulling little wheelies as he comes through the intersection here. Got some power out there. Fast lap, 18.2. Thomas with a 17.80 is a fast lap at around. 2.5 down, 3.5 to go. Yellow truck still in lead. Eddie Opel looking to grab the $50. Angry Thomas coming over the jump, trying to reel him in again. He had him by the bumpers and crashed. Right now, Eddie is running a fantastic race. Coming up to the halfway point. And here he comes, making a jump. There it is, 3 down, 3 to go. Eddie right now in the lead at the halfway point on a 26:11 pace. Thomas trying to reel him in, but Eddie right now coming up on lap traffic. He's looking to lap a bunch of people. Here comes your number 2, Thomas, and Vince in the number 5. Eddie now trying to get around Brian and put them down a lap. And he does right now. Has a couple of them down a lap. 2:33 to go. The Wonder Boy, Team Losi Trinity, is right now in the lead. Here he comes, running a beautiful race. He's got that TLR truck popping wheelies again down the back. He is flying, playing it real cautious now. He's probably got about he's a lap up on the rest of the group. So right now he's coming up on Thomas to put him down a lap, and that would pretty much seal it coming up to the 2-minute warning. And there it is. He just lapped second place. There it is. 4 down, 2 to go. Eddie Opel, see if he can get up to that 21-lap pace. Right now on a 20 and 6:09. He is in cruise control. A lap up from the group right now. $50 is in his hands. Dad's going to go, you're paying for dinner tonight, son. Yeah, and I'm eating a T-bone. Woo! 1:30 on the clock. Running, you got to give him. He's been running a great race, great pressure. We got somebody out. Looks like Donnie is out. Lost a wheel on that one. Thomas still trying to catch up. Coming up to the 1-minute mark right now. Again, in the center of that yellow truck. Followed by Thomas and Brian still hanging in. We have 3 trucks left, so guess what? 3 of you guys are going to get awards today. Thomas hanging into that number 2, Brian 3, and there it is. Yellow's on. We're at the 1-minute mark. Eddie Opel taking this thing from the first part when he jumped over Vince to take that lead. Has not lost the lead yet. Going down the back, 18-2, new fast lap by Eddie. Is not choking this one. Not slowing down for anything. He's basically going, stick this 50, you guys know. And he's doing good. Here he comes through. 30 seconds to go. He's going to probably get 2 laps. Thomas did have the fast lap, 17.8 on lap 3 with 20 seconds to go. It is Eddie, Thomas, and Brian next up. Stock buggy, race number 4 or 5. Mikey, Ryan, and Vince. And here he comes. That'll be your final lap. This is going to be the victory lap for Eddie Opel. Running a 17.5, and that is the race. Red light is on. Brian, you are done. Waiting for the winner. One of his only mishaps right there. Coming through. You are done. Taking it. Everybody's done. Thomas, you're done. Eddie Opel taking it 20 and 6:12. Thomas Andre 19.613, and Brian Miller 18.603. Awesome race, guys. 17.5 Blinky. But he's running a 3-cell battery. I'm looking. Next up, guys, is going to be Stock Buggy A-Main. We're going to get Junior back on the mic here.
All right, guys. All right, my drivers are checked in, waiting for one more turn, Marshall. There we go. Thank you. Finish the lap you guys are on. There we go. All right, guys, let's get him gridded up in the back. In the first spot with a qualifying time of 18 laps and 5:16, it's going to be Mike McFarland. In the second spot, it's going to be Ryan Harris. And then Vince McMahon in that third and final spot. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. Everybody, stock buggy, race number 4 to 5. All three of you are on the horn in less than 5. And we're off in this 5-minute stock buggy race. And it's Mike McFarland right there, right up front. And Ryan. And right there it is Ryan Harris all over Mike McFarland. Vince coming up right behind him down the back straight. There they go. Oh, and Mike McFarland rolls it. And Ryan Harris up on front, and someone crashed. Who was that? And Mike McFarland right there in the second spot. Vince McMahon in that third spot. Ryan Harris right now with about a 2-second lead. 1 down, less than 4 to go. And now Vince McMahon, now with that crash, catches up to Mike McFarland. Vince McMahon trying to get in that second spot. Oh, and Mike McFarland tumbling. So that is going to put Vince McMahon up into second. And Mike McFarland all over Vince McMahon. And it looks like he did get up front. And Vince is still in that second spot. There's your battle between second and third. Ryan right now, Ryan Harris with a big lead on these guys. 2 down, 3 to go. Oh, and Vince rolls it coming over that little tabletop right there. And that put Mike McFarland back up in this. .240 to go. Ryan Harris is your leader. Mike McFarland in second and Vince McMahon in third. And there's your leader right there going down that back straight. That is Ryan Harris. Did take the win and modified as well with that 4-wheel drive. And there's Vince in third going down that back straight with the checkerboard on the body. And there's Mike McFarland. And with 2 minutes to go. Oh, and it looks like Vince upside down. .145 to go in this race. And right now we have no battle. Can someone catch Ryan? I don't know. Ryan is pretty hooked right now. Ryan is beating him again. You can't let Ryan Harris come and own Ocala, guys. And I'm ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And with 1 minute to go, Ryan Harris still leading them on. Coming here all the way wherever he comes from. Utah? Utah. Ryan Harris all the way from Utah. Putting a smackdown on these guys. 30 seconds to go. And there he is, your leader, going down the back straight. And it looks like Ryan Harris coming up behind Mike trying to put a lap on him. When you cross, you're going to be done. Vince, you're done taking third. And there he comes. He's safe. Mike McFarland, when he crosses, he'll be done. And there he is. Ryan Harris taking the victory. Followed by Mike McFarland coming in second. And Vince coming in third. All the way from Utah. Putting the smackdown on Ocala. All right, guys. The last race of today's events. Independent buggy. All right, looks like we got everybody checked in. Got our turn marshals out there. Let's finish your hot laps that you're on, and then we'll get them gridded up. All right, guys, slow them down. All right, guys, let's get them gridded up. In that first spot, with a qualifying time of 17 laps and 5:21, it is Earl. In the second spot, it is Angry Thomas Andre. In the third spot, Eddie Opal. In that fourth spot, it's going to be Donnie Martin. In the fifth spot, it's going to be Brian Miller. And in that sixth spot, it's going to be Hannah Montana. Yeah. Oh, Mike's already going. Oh. In that seventh spot, it's going to be Dakota Giles. She's giving me the look. Yeah. Here we go. Nice knowing me, Mike said. Rest in peace, Tom Jr. All right, guys. Everybody on the horn. In less than 5. Keep it clean. And we're off. And let's see what happens. It's still Earl leading them on. Oh, and there's a big tangle up right there. And it looks like Donnie is in that second spot. And Eddie Opal in that third spot. Eddie Opal coming up right behind him. Oh, and Earl spins out in the turn. So Donnie Martin now moves up in front. And then Eddie Opal in second. And Earl falls down in the third. And it looks like Thomas Andre in the fourth spot. And Eddie Opal coming up right behind. Oh, and Eddie on the, oh, and he's caught on the pipe here. So that gives Donnie Martin a big advantage. When you're running in order, Donnie, Eddie, Earl, Thomas, Hannah, and Dakota. And Eddie Opal right now is 7 seconds back off the leader. Oh, we got a pile up right here. Caution going over the tabletop. And Eddie Opal catching them. But here going through traffic, guys. They're going through traffic. right there. That was, and there it is. I knew that. Eddie Opel takes the lead. I was just trying to verify, was that Donnie that was upside down on that tabletop? Your running order is Eddie, Donnie, Thomas, and Earl. That's the top four. And there's the leader right there. There's Donnie. He's only 3 seconds back off of him. And there's your third place driver right there going down the back straight in the all green. That is Thomas Andre. But Earl right there in fourth all over him. And right there, Eddie Opel right now with a good-sized lead. But Donnie Martin right there in the green and white. We have one caught on the pipe. That is your fourth place driver. He was right behind Thomas, but now Thomas gets a little bit more of an advantage. Eddie Opel right now, he is dialed. Donnie Martin right there trying to come up behind him, trying to make this, saying, no, you ain't taking this race. Coming up on that 2-minute mark, it looks like that is Hannah that was upside down. She currently right now is in 6th. And right now we got less than 2 to go. It is Eddie, Donnie, and Thomas. That is your top 3. Someone's upside down. That was Hannah. Okay. And right now, Eddie's coming up on traffic. And there he is, your leader in the all yellow, going down the back straight. And $1:15 to go, and he is on rails. Eddie Opel. Eddie Opel with a big lead right now in cruise control. Here, 1 minute to go, less than 1. But Donnie is a little bit catching him a little bit. So the race isn't over. Your leader right now coming up on traffic, and he gets away. And there he comes up right behind Thomas Andre. 30 seconds to go. $20 seconds to go. And there he is right there. He is hooked. 10 seconds. And this is his victory lap right here. And Donnie Martin taking second. Earl taking fourth. Race is over, guys. And there he is in the all yellow when he crosses. Eddie Opel taking the victory. Thomas Andre taking third. Donnie Martin second. Earl fourth. Dakota Giles fifth. And where's Brian Miller? Track's hot, guys. Track's hot. Waiting for Brian. And there it is. Brian Miller is taking fifth. Wow, what a race by Eddie Opel. Both races, Stadium Truck and Independent, Eddie Opel takes the victory and walks away with $50 cash. That is it for today's events, guys. Remember, we are racing Wednesday night, the day before Thanksgiving. Race registration does start at 6. Racing does start at 7. Also, next Saturday, remember, $50 to Independent Stock Buggy, $50, and $50 for Pro Stock. So come see us next Saturday for the money races then. And then now Heidi's coming out there with the awards. And they got the stripper money coming out right now. All one, stripper money, strip club. All right, novice guys, pull them on up. See Miss Heidi. Scott Yellen, Krayer, Zimmering, and Joel, pull your vehicles up. Scott Yellen did take the victory in this race. Krayer Zimmering did take the qualified top TQ and second. And Joel took third. All right, Heidi's taking the pictures now. Modified buggies, you guys can pull them on up, get your cars ready. Ryan Harris, racing Mason McCombs, and Mike McFarland. Mason McCombs did get second since he's right there. Ryan Harris took the TQ and win. And Mike McFarland came in third. Where's Mike? We're just waiting for Mike. There. Where's Mike? He went home? Okay. What do you do? All right. Stock truck, the money race. Pull them on up. Eddie Opel took the victory and the $50. Thomas Andre took second. And Brian Miller took third. And Vince took the TQ. Hold on, Vince is coming right here. He has TQ. So should I take the complaint bucket out? Stock buggy, you guys can pull them up. Ryan Harris, Mike McFarland, and Vince McMahon. Mike's gone. Stock buggy, Ryan Harris took the victory. I think Mike McFarland's gone. He took TQ in second. Well, we've been calling for Mike McFarland. Get off of Facebook and get up here. Vince McMahon did take third. He's... What's that noise? Independent stock buggy. Is she okay? Independent stock buggy. Eddie Opel taking the victory in this one as well. Donnie Martin coming in second. Thomas Andre in third. And Earl, you took TQ. You can come on up, Earl. Get your TQ. He's coming. There you go, Earl. All right, guys. Good racing today. Everyone have a great weekend. See you Wednesday night. Remember, Tomorrow, track's open from 11 to 5.